Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, alpha traders around the metaverse. Today's episode of Clown World and Crypto is still brought to you by Trader Joe's Chili Spice Pineapple. I've only got two left, so the stream tomorrow probably won't be the sponsor. Mm, holy shit. If you have a Trader Joe's around you, don't get it because it's addictive as hell.
Yeah, bro, they're opening up one literally for the first time in my area, and so I already have a list of shit I need to get from there because of you. So, I know you're not actually being paid by them, but damn, I mean, it's working, whatever it is.
Uh, if I ever suddenly die, it was Trader Joe's food that killed me.
Yeah.
It's all I eat. Let's see. So, and obviously brought to you by Good Games Guild as well. Great project. Look into it. I'm sure MJ, you've noticed, man. Those guys are on a mission. Every day, announcements,
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's gonna end up being a good
partnerships.
one. Yep.
Yeah. Yep, sure is. I can see it jumping up there with Yield Guild and God, what's the other one? Can you think right off the top of my head?
Guardian, Chain Guardian.
No, not Chain Guard. I'm
Uh,
talking about just the
oh, just the
guilds.
guilds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That list on
There's
the
one on there's one on top, I think, or maybe Yield
yeah,
Game
yep,
Guild,
YGG, yep.
YGG Yield Game Guild is up there, and there's another one, and then Good Games Guild is like third, I think, or something. But yeah, low market cap, low supply. You can stake them, and the staking rewards are coming from Good Games Guild profit sharing. They share 50% of the profits that the guild is making, and they give it back to people staking. Right now, the pool I'm in is giving back 40% APY or something. I just harvested today for the first time, added it to my total. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. But anyway, let's get over here to Bitcoin. That's enough of some random shit coin. I do like it a lot, though. I do like it. I got on my monkey bars and aped into that sucker. Okay, let's see. This is what I really want to see too. I want to see this range. I want to see another lower low, right? Especially on this weekly. Bitcoin's probably going to revisit this wick. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Bitcoin does not revisit this wick. Now, does it get below this 68.3 Laplace distribution range? If it does on this weekly and we start closing daily candles below here, look out below, right? We're really gonna have to start looking at 95.4 area, although we're talking down here at 25K. Really don't think Bitcoin's going to revisit that area again, but you never know. You never know with Bitcoin. There's a lot of institutions waiting to get in on Bitcoin. So, of course, they want to get in at the lowest price possible. There's no doubt about it. I watched a good vid this morning with Pomp talking about, he was actually had an interview with, what's that guy's name? Larry. He's on Shark Tank, whatever that dude is. Not very, very intelligent guy.
Oh,
He's
Mr.
heavy.
Wonderful.
Old Mr. Wonderful. Yes. Kevin Leary or something like that. Whatever his name is. But he's a big time investor. He's dick deep in Bitcoin too. And they were literally talking about the Arab markets, like the Emirates and Saudi Arabia, how they are just waiting because they are so deep in the S&P. They can't just jump into crypto with the regulations being so fuzzy. And he was talking with some of these Arab people, and they were letting him know, they're like, hey man, when the US gets this regulation thing figured out, right? They are jumping in head first into cryptocurrency. So, and there was another, who was that one lady, that Kathy Wood or whatever? She's usually just like a total idiot when it comes to crypto, but she was saying institutions are waiting, and that if these institutions Not even a lot, just some. If they like were to put 5% of their balance sheet into Bitcoin, it's going to add $500,000 onto the price of Bitcoin. Not the market cap, the price. So you'd be looking at a $550,000 Bitcoin.
You know,
That's just at 5%.
yeah, it's interesting you say that because I watched that whole uh, panel. It was like 4 or 5 hours. And I
Mm-hmm.
was amazed that these senators, and most of them, it was actually very positive for the most part. There was very little pushback. I mean, to me, it sounds like they're all on board. They're all just they want to work all these little things out, and it's going to
Yeah.
happen. This
They got to
ETF's
line their
coming.
pockets.
Yep. This spot
Look
ETF's
out.
coming. They can't stop it. They know it. They're going to be in.
That's when it's going to happen.
Yep.
As soon as there's a spot ETF, look out. The market's going to absolutely explode, just like it did for gold, right? But now what's the problem? There's a lot of paper gold, right? And what has it done to the gold market? It's ruined it. Gold is not sound money, but gold doesn't have a supply cap. Bitcoin does. There's already a ton of derivatives and shit for Bitcoin. It's not going to affect Bitcoin like it did for gold because gold or Bitcoin is sound money. Bitcoin does have a supply cap. The halvings, right? Every 4 years, you get half the block supply cuts in half. I
Yeah, and
mean,
you can't email your gold to your buddy. So
no, yeah, you can't email gold. And from somebody that's traded heavy metals, not paper, the actual product, heavy shit for crying out loud. I would go buy 5 cases of silver. They weigh 36 pounds a piece. It's crazy. And it's tiny little box. Tiny little box. It's insane. But yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Obviously, I mean, last time I did that, I think silver was at $12. I sold at 18, made a nice little profit. What I do with it? Stuck it right in Bitcoin, 100%. But anyway, so where are we? What do I want to see on this weekly? Uh, by the end of the week, I mean, we could be down here visiting 45K. Maybe tap this first standard deviation normal distribution right here. This little sweet little blue dot right above the mean of this Laplace distribution projection, right? That's coming, excuse me, coming from the 41K low right there. So to revisit that area would make a lot of sense. But is what we don't want to see is this 68.3 range get broke and start closing candles. Because if you see some daily candles close below here and then reject, come pump back up and reject off the downside, we could easily see mid 30 Bitcoin, right? Which is probably about the 99.7 Laplace. Yep. Right there is about 34.5. But obviously, I don't think it'll happen this weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Maybe going into next week. So it's going to be real interesting to see where these new probability ranges are on the weekly. You can see right now the second standard deviation normal distribution, right about 41K, 40,997. That I could see happening Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Maybe come down here, close out the week down there. Hey, if we do that, I could possibly see that 40K being the bottom and getting a night and then continue this thing up. Or like I said, until we start closing daily candles above this projection, above the 68.3 Laplace distribution projection, we could range in here for a while. We could range in here for a while coming into the new year, maybe even until the end of January, and then start working our way up. Because I don't know when this bull run will ever. There's the bull run for Bitcoin is never going to end. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not. It's not an argument. Bitcoin has been bullish since the day it jumped onto the scene. It's done nothing but went up. We've had some capitulation, right? If you look at the yearly chart, there's 2 red candles. That's it on the yearly chart. It's done nothing but gone up. It is incredible. Here, let's just take one quick peek. Yeah, where are you at? 12 months. Let's move you up, ease you down. There you go. What about that looks bearish? There's not another freaking chart since the beginning of time that looks like that. All right. This thing is a monster. It's going to always be a monster. There's a supply cap on this thing, right? 21 million. And there's a million locked up in Satoshi's wallet, and coming from like some metrics from chain analysis, there's like 3 million lost on the blockchain. People in the early days, DFX bullshit, threw away their computers, lost their private keys, all that kinds of crap. There's Bitcoin just on there nobody will ever own. They're owned, they're on the blockchain, but you can't access them. That's what's great about this. So think about it. There might only ever be 17 million Bitcoin. There might only be 17 million Bitcoin. You want to see something else? Let me load this up real quick. Oh, hope any of my porn sites don't show up. I'm just kidding. You won't find any of that crap on this computer. I'm a player. Let's see here. Bitcoin exchange flows. There we go. Let me log in here. Pop on my favorite charts. Okay, let's go down. Look at the Bitcoin. Let me full screen this. This is the all exchanges Bitcoin reserve. Okay. This is all the exchanges Bitcoin reserve. And you guys, look at it down here. There is not a lot of Bitcoin. There is not a lot of Bitcoin available. This is what people don't realize, right? Supply shock is coming. There's no freaking doubt about it. There is no doubt about it in my mind, right? And so people ask, what is the reserve? The amount of BTC held in all exchange wallets. So, guys, it's coming. It is coming for sure. And so let's take a look at first. Let's look at the outflow and inflow, right, of Bitcoin into the exchanges right now. Real close, real close, right? So 38.714K outflow, 36.173K inflow. So your net flow is what? 2.541K. And that is for the outflow, right? So yeah, let's check one more thing here. Let's look at the miner outflow. No, nothing, man. Nothing. Miners are not selling right now. Miners are not selling Bitcoin. Long liquidations. There was a few the other day. Funding rates. You guys, if you were looking at the funding rates with this pullback has really fell off a cliff, right? Hasn't been quite this low since back from that 50% dump we had back in May, right? From the 60 to the 30K. Hasn't been that low since then. Open interest fell off a cliff as well. Now, it hasn't gotten as low as it did on that 50% pullback, but it really fell off big time. I mean, we were way up here. Open interest was about 67K. Holy crap. So, or no, that's a price. Jesus, I was like, that ain't right. Hell, it's way more than that. Guys, it was literally at the top up there, 16 billion, $16 billion of open interest. Right now, it's about 10.5 bill. So yeah, it's dropped tremendously. So that's good. That's good. But I wanted to show you those reserves, all right? There's not a lot of Bitcoin. There's not a lot of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has been bullish since the end of time. I mean, my Bitcoin bull, yeah, let's draw that big dildo, man. It's a mushroom dildo to the moon. All right. That's enough playing. Let's put this back on the weekly. I'll just reload this chart. Reload. And let's go into stream chat. I'm sure Sayron has asked a question. No, he hasn't, but he's definitely probably getting ready to type before we go catch up. Nice, Andy. Sounds good. Uh-huh. Almost out of that Trader Joe. Chili spiced pineapple. All right. Let's go over here onto the VRE. I remember. I talked yesterday about why we're ranging or even going down to some new lows here. There's going to be some great trading opportunities. We pretty much rejected off the first 4-hour candle 68.3 Laplace, dumped out below the 68.3 on the daily. That's the white cross line. Skinny white lines, first 4-hour. Boom, boom. That was the 68.3 range. The daily 68.3 is getting pretty tight. Pumped up, rejected off the top of the 68.3 again. Came down, closed the candles, the 4-hour 68.3. Then where did we pump this up to? It pumped all the way up to that is the monthly, is that the monthly S1? I believe it is. Where's that monthly range? Yeah. The green cross line is the monthly S1. Rejected right at it. On top of, that's the 4-hour, the skinny blue line, 4-hour first standard deviation. Where did the candle close? Look at it. All right. Where did the candle close? Right down here at the bottom of the weekly range. Or the center, my bad. Center of the weekly range. Then we dumped out to the daily S1, right? And at the same time, not only do you have the center of the monthly, it's the center of the daily range too. And I even talked about this. I was like, this new daily range coming in is going to be in the weekly range. And man, they're right on top of each other. A lot of volatility right here. So we bounce off the daily S1, open up this new 4-hour, reject off the 4-hour 68.3 again, right down to the daily first standard deviation. Got a quick little bounce. Where did it reject again? Are you seeing a pattern here? It rejected right off the 4-hour 68.3. Then where did it dump to? What's the white cross line down here? If this is the 68.3% Laplace distribution range on the daily, it bounced on the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. Where are we hitting up against now? The bottom side of the first standard deviation. If you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, you're probably like, what in the hell is this guy talking about? The only thing that matters. This is the only thing that matters. Here, I'll get my hands involved like Elio. Right here. This is the only thing that matters. See the chart? Huh? Deviation levels. Guy cracks me up, man. Oh, shit. So, what am I looking for here? Okay, so if we got the weekly range right here, I'm going to start looking for confluences. Obviously, we're in the last 4-hour candle of the day. I want to look where there's some weekly support. Where are our weekly support levels? Let's see here. Is that the first one that far down? Get this. Just make sure I'm not missing one. There might be one snuck up under here. There is 46.3. That's not all the way down there. Nope, that's the S2 daily S3. Yeah, 46.437. Wow. That first weekly S1 is way down here. I'm just making sure. Yep, there's a daily S4. That's at 44.833. Then we got another monthly. That's the monthly S2 down here at 43.915. The first weekly support for this new weekly volatility range is all the way down here at 41K. $41,000. Here's the second, 32,649. Do you guys see how spread apart these are? The bottom of the weekly range is at 23.5. Right, that's the last support level on the weekly. This monthly, going into the end of the month here in December. Look at this monthly. Is that the let me make sure. I think that is the S3. That is the last support level on the monthly, 34.5. If we break this 68.3, I'm looking for this level down here, 35K area. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Okay, keep that in mind. That's gonna play a huge part. That is the bottom. That is the S3 on the monthly. And this, all these numbers, there's confluence all over the place. As far as this weekend, I could see if Bitcoin continues to come to the downside going into Friday, especially if traditional markets dump out a little bit going into the weekend, you're probably going to see Bitcoin down here at 41K. Probably going to see Bitcoin down here at 41K. All right. And let's see what we're seeing on the charts here. And then after BTC, I'm going right to Matic. Right, we're gonna dig into Matic a little bit because it's playing out just like I said on yesterday's stream. It was gonna play out. Why? The divergence between price action and returns. 4 hour. Did it play out? Yep, sure did. Didn't really get down to my target, where I actually had a couple of orders in just for some quick scalps if it was at all possible. Let's check Bitcoin here. I want to see Bitcoin on the 4 hour real fast. Let's take a peek. What is going on? Actually, on the 4 hour, Bitcoin's printing some bold div right now. Returns oscillator is heading up. Let's spread this out. This white line's a higher time frame, 90-minute, which I like because it still pops up even if you go above the 90-minute time frame. Usually they'll disappear, right? If you got something set on 90-minute, you go higher than that, it disappears. This doesn't. I like it. It's almost like a reverse time frame, so we can still see what's going on. That's actually the 45 too. I've got it set to. So I'm looking on the 40 or on the 4 hour, but I can still see what's going on the 45-minute. Pretty cool. I don't know if Donnie meant to do that or was that actually, I think Van did that update. I don't know if he meant it to print like that, but I like it a lot, to be honest. Like it a lot. And we have a new update coming out for the AVR. Super powerful. Super powerful. Everybody's going to love it. Everybody's going to love it. We're adding APP to it, 3 lengths of APP if you want to populate them all on the chart. And we're going to separate out the correlation, put it below like the ATCV is. It's, can I read this? Can I read this indicator? 100%. 100%. But it's hard for a lot of people to read. We're understanding that. And adding the APP to this, it's going to that's this white line, right? But I want to use them with the color gradient. I had to change it white because it'll block the correlation sometimes when you get real strong moves and everything's flying, it blocks correlation. So adding that APP to the AVR, which I'm probably going to populate all 3 lengths onto it, I'm going to want the correlation down here. So we got Donnie working on that, which is awesome. Guy's fantastic. Guy is fantastic. If you didn't know, coder extraordinaire. All right. Well, we're closing these 4 hour candles below this Gaussian mean, and they are starting to expand. But you can see the fissures. The way I've got these fissures set up, and we're going to get this indicator pushed out too soon. We're adding Donnie's also adding a couple more plots to it, so there'll be 4 fissures if you want to use all 4. Just like the dictator. And the dictator and the Fisher that we have, they're both built on Fisher transform. I'm liking the Fisher one better. And if you get it set up right, any of you guys that have been using them, you'll see why. You'll see why. I like it a lot better. I really do. So let's see here. Just let me this RO. Yeah, you can see high or low on the returns oscillator, not by much, right? But we're getting a little pump on this last 4 hour candle of the day. So where would I expect that to go by the end of the day? We closed some 15-minute candles above this first standard deviation to the downside. I would imagine we probably go back up to the daily S1, right? Probably right back up to about 49K, another 800 bucks by the end of the day. If not, if we reject here, hey, that little bit of bear div, right? It because the returns oscillator was barely a lower low. You want to see some extraordinary levels there for real nice pumps, right? That's how I really look at bear diff too. But it is Bitcoin. This thing could definitely pump back up to here. Hell, it could go to the bottom of the weekly range again. That's why we trade volatility on the low time frames, because you never know. Let's see here. Go back over here. Look at the 12-hour real quick. And you can see the fissures, right? The fissures are getting pretty damn low as well. Pretty damn low. Okay. And is what that would start to set up to. The returns oscillator is already dipping below the zero mean. So if we can get some 12-hour candles to close down here below, say, like I said, that 55K area or whatever, it's going to create some bull div. It's going to create some bull div between returns and price action. That'll be nice to see. My higher length fissure is turning down right now. The lower length had already turned down. Entropy is starting to drop. It's not in trend, right? It's not in trend right now, so that's okay. Yeah, we're contracting. The 12 hours contracting positively correlated, right? So that makes sense. That makes sense. Hmm. Sticking out. Historical volatility, Z-score, correlation's flat. Let's get a better look. Correlation's actually coming down a little bit with the Z-score coming down. So yeah, that's helping prop this price up a little bit. Think of it as like the Fed money machine, right? That's what this indicator is. It'll fight back against all these dumps. Let's see here. These clowns running the printer machine though. What a joke. So we're gonna get a lower low on the close today unless Bitcoin gets back up above about yeah, if Bitcoin goes back up to the bottom of that weekly range, it will not be a lower low on the daily. But as we sit right now, this is going to be a lower low, right? This is going to be a lower low. Returns oscillator, though, is above the mean. So as what would look great here, come down here, close, uh, especially like, let's say tomorrow, say this closes here, and then Friday's candle closes about 45. The returns oscillator is possibly going to turn down right when that bull div's setting up. And if that daily bounces off there, could be powerful. Could be powerful. Look at the daily though. Don't forget about our entropy indicator. What is this telling you? Trending to the downside. Trending to the downside. But then we're getting a different read on the historical volatility Z-score. It's heading up, positively correlated. So we got a battle going on right here. Got a little bit of an indicator battle. We're actually contracting, negatively correlated as well. And the APP on the daily is buried, right? And I've only got one level on here, but it is at a zero. It is at a zero down here. So if this baby stays down here and this volatility over the weekend, we get some mad drops, get some big time drops in volatility. Remember what I always talk about. Here's a great example right here. What did volatility do right here? Fell off a cliff. Then what happened right after that? Right? What happened right after that? We get a little up move, right? On the expansion, boom, it goes negatively correlated. I got this on a 10 too. Let me change this to a 5 real quick. I'm pretty sure it's on a 10. Yep. You'll see what I'm talking about here. If I shoot it to a 5. Yep, there we go. So volatility falls off a cliff, and then what happens? We get this fucking dump out. We get this 40% dump out. Pretty much. Well, it's not a full 40, but however much. Well, yeah, damn near. Yeah, that was a 58, but it wasn't quite the 40. That was from the all-time high. But anyway, that when you see volatility drop off a cliff like this, just be prepared. Be prepared. Look at it go negatively correlated with expansion. What happened? Dump. And for all you old school alpha traders, we're gonna take this correlation and we're gonna put it below the AVR. You'll be able to put it in the area again, like everybody used to use. So yeah, until then, you can just use the AVP with correlation below it if you like. But this is, if you understand how to read this indicator, it's powerful. But people, for whatever reason, have trouble reading the correlation because it's just in line form. I don't. But at the same time, hey, if I add all 3 lengths of APP on here, it's going to be a noise fest. I'm going to want the correlation below. And that's the main reason. Or I would continue. If I just have 1 length, I use it like this. It's fine. Thing doesn't lie. It's a powerful indicator. What's going on? See, I mean, yeah, Z score buried down here. Like I said, though, we've got these higher time frame. Let's see what these look like. We did get the new candles, right? Yeah. Still building bull div on today. Still building. We got the new candle yesterday, right? Yep, on the 9th. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll get a new 2-day. The close tomorrow. New 2-day candle. 3-day will be coming on Saturday. And just like the daily, right? The Z scores down here in these confidence intervals to the downside. So at some point, right, we're going to spring the hell out of here. Look at the 2-day APP, the white line, buried down really low. Of course it is. We've hammered down here. So that percentage of price is definitely going to drop. And I mean, we continue if this correlation continues to contract and we stay negatively correlated, that's fine. If this goes positively correlated at the close tomorrow and we continue contract, you're going to see more downside action. So then you got to scout out these deviation levels, 42.8. Look what's at 35, 2 SD on the daily, 30, or no, well, that's lower. It's 33.5. Okay. 33.5. What's a 3-day look like? Yeah, and the 3-day fishers, right? They're both heading down right now. But just like the 2-day, there's bull div building. There's bull div building. We could get a little rejection here on the zero mean, create another higher low on that returns oscillator. If we close down here around 40K, 45K, we get some 3-day candles down there. And but we right here on the 3-day, what did that 2-day entropy look like? Hold on. I mean, the entropy's dropping. Nothing's in trend yet, though. Nothing's in trend. You see that entropy drop into trend, right? You see it go blue. Look at the indicators. What's the correlation on the entropy indicator telling you? Is it to the downside? Is it to the upside? That's how you use all this together. And I mean, the 3-day, right? We just got a 3-day candle yesterday. This thing's having an outlier to the downside on the 3-day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We haven't had a 3-day outlier since this dump back here, right? Nope, sure haven't. Sure have not. Interesting. It was nothing like this 50%, right? This baby had a massive outlier on the 3-day. Boom, boom, boom. That was 60 to 30K, right? Then we had we had a little bit of an outlier right here on the 3-day. And we went from 35.3. That was when it went down to 29, 30K, 29 and a half or whatever. So yeah, about a $3,500 pullback. Then we had that little outlier right here from 53 down to 41. Nice pullback. But now we're starting to have an outlier, right? So what's that telling me? I'm telling you, we're going to revisit this wick. Guarantee it. Did he say guarantee it? I love that word. It just makes sense. I'm just telling you what the indicators are telling me, right? It's not that it's 100% guarantee, but it's a high probability we revisit that wick on a close, not another wick. And for the health of this freaking monster, it needs to. You can't just go from $3,800 after the scamdemic dump all the way to $1 million, right? Look at this. We've been on a rough road, right? We hit that 65K high or whatever, pulled back. Where did we pull back to? All the way to 30. Then we got back up. Where to? Right? 54, right in that area. 52, 53K. Then we pulled back again to 41. Then we ran up to new all-time highs at almost 70K. So this thing is just shaking people loose. If you're able to read these charts and trade this volatility, You're doing pretty damn well. Doing real well. All right. See here. That's about enough on Bitcoin. What time is it? I put 35 minutes into this baby. Let's take one more peek. Let me switch this to the index. So I'm going to go to a higher time frame here. I'm going to look at the 5-day. It's water. 5 days having an outlier. The variance is having an outlier. Fishers are both still heading down. And there is no bull div of any type building at all. Z-score still heading down. Yeah, we got some downside coming. There's more pain. I don't look at it as pain though, right? Unless I look at my ledger and have a heart attack, but that's why I don't look at it. That's why I don't look at that sucker. Yeah, positively correlated contracting on the 5-day. Where is this 2SD band? 33.3. Wow. But I'm definitely, we're gonna revisit this wick on a close. I'm gonna be a bit surprised. When's this 5-day in? 11th. The 11th is a nice. Oh yeah. Okay. So we're talking Saturday close, huh? We close Saturday, we get a new 5-day candle. It's a very high probability by the close on Saturday that we're probably going to close this 5-day candle down here by this wick. Will that be the bottom? As a volatility trader, man, all you can do is go day by day, close by close, no matter what time frame you're on, right? I'm looking at distribution levels, right? On projections. We're going to get a new weekly on Monday. We'll get some new numbers then. That's all we can do as volatility traders. You're never going to see us. What definitely aren't we? Like 90% of the YouTube crypto people, they're grifters like crazy. It's fucking hilarious, man. One day it's all fucking woohoo, going to the moon. Next day, oh, forget. Oh, warning, warning. I mean, it's just back and forth, back and forth. I'm never going to warn you about anything. I'm going to give you distribution levels. I'm going to tell you what's going on with divergence between returns and price action. I'm going to tell you what the entropy's telling us. Are we in trend right now? Is this just random? This is great on the 5-day. Are you kidding me right now? This trend right here from 10.5K to the first 65K high, everything after that was random price action until we started the run up again from 41K to almost 70. Those are the last two trends we've had on the 5-day chart. All this is random. This entire dump this time, random, right? Random, randomness. That's why this indicator is so powerful. And to all you alpha traders out there, if you use this indicator, please, if you understand it fully, publish some ideas on TradingView using it. Make them good though. If you want to run them through us first in the Discord, you can do that and we can critique it for you. But if you really understand this indicator, push out some ideas on TradingView. I can't believe I haven't done it yet. I'm just so busy. It's ridiculous. I'm getting a big pod delivered too. I got to start storing away stuff and getting ready for my move. So yeah, it's finally coming into reality. The mountain, up top at the mountain last night, they got about 3 feet of snow. And if you look, if you pull up the weather forecast for the Lake Tahoe region, it's fucking snow, 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 snow. So it's finally coming. So I'm going to get myself some powdered days before I get the hell out of here. You can guarantee that. Now the weekly. Random. That's the thing. On the weekly, the last trend we had was to run up from 10.5K to the all-time high 65. Everything since then has literally been random. Even the run to 71 or 70, 69, whatever. High 69 and a half. Don't even remember. Don't really care. We almost went in the trend right here at the top. This last weekly candle started to drop a little bit in the trend. Interesting. The weekly is contracting right now, negatively correlated, right? This is this new weekly candle. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. Gonna have to wait to see what happens. We get this weekly close. The weekly fishers both heading down. Returns oscillator heading down, right? Coming off this bear div. Lower high on the returns oscillator, higher high on price action, bearish divergence. What's it setting up right now? Setting up hidden bull, right? Setting up hidden bull. Hidden bull is what brought the run up to the 70K area, right? For sure, 100%. Low, lower low, low, higher low. Continuation divergence, activate. Almost 70. So this is, and returns oscillators down here by the second standard deviation band. And you can see this the returns heading down here. We're getting some blue. We're getting up some blue columns. The correlation is high for that read. So this thing is going to continue down. But like I said, these weekly closes are down there around 42. Blow this up a little. Yeah, about 43K. All right, 43K. It's right about at the wick. And this is on the dollar index. Right. So, I mean, if we want some hidden bear to play out or a hidden bull to play out here, we're going to have to get a close a little higher. That's why I would really like not to see Bitcoin close below the mean, about 44.5. Okay. About 44.5. That's where I'd like Bitcoin to close. I don't want Bitcoin to close some weekly candles below the status set. That's going to blow any hidden bull out of the water unless you're talking about from this low. And then there is going to be hidden bull. This thing would have to drop and close below that like 30K area, 31. So we still have that, right? But if we close these weekly candles below that data set, it'll blow any hidden bull out of the water from that data set, not this one back here though. So that can still play out and we can get some more continuation to the upside. But if we do that, it's probably going to be into the new year when that happens. And like I said, so what's that telling me? We're going to be ranging in the 68.3. All right. I told somebody in another Discord that, and they're just like, some people are just like, no, and they don't understand. And I had to explain the distribution to them, which is fine. Everybody needs to know about it. When you get down into this, this is why I did not want to see this weekly candle close down in here. We're locked up. We're locked up. Bitcoin's cucking everybody now, right? Think Bitcoin's got you duct taped in the corner. Bitcoin's dating your girlfriend now. Gonna just bounce around in this range. At some point, we're gonna break out. There's no doubt about it. But right now, it's gonna take something extraordinary, some big time buys to come in to get out of this range before the end of the year. Yep. And then we got to get by the mean of this projection from the 50% dump we had back there, right? Back in May. Do these areas matter? 100% they matter. 100%. You can see how these distributions have been respected. That's why I'm using them both where I'm using them. And until I see different, I'll change it up a little bit. At some point, I'll probably have a projection starting on this dump, just like I do back here. All right, let's flip to Matic. Don't, yeah, you know what? What the hell? We're not going to get a weekly though. Yeah, let me go back to, I'll do that later. Just let me reload this. I'll do that later and post the chart because we're probably going to have to do a projection on the daily. It's not going to pull up a weekly. There's just not enough history. But is what we can do. Let's go over here on Matic. Let's see, where you at, Big Matic? Why am I harping on Matic? Because, man, because of this monthly damn range. I'm salivating, right? I've got little white pus pockets in the corner of my mouth. I'm wanting Matic down here at $1.80, right? That's where I want Matic. This is where I had some orders earlier, right? When we were dropping down right here about $2, right in the center of the weekly range for a nice pop. Well, it front ran, boom, pop. It's a nice little percentage move for a scalp too. But it once we got below, like right here, we get below the 1 SD. Now, this is the 4 hour, right? Right here. This is the last 4 hour candle, and it came down, closed candles right at the 68.3, right? I wanted this down here 100%. Did I turn that on? But let's see what that little percentage pop was. Yeah, man, I'm almost 6%. Nice for a scalp. Nice for a scalp. You realize if you scalp one Bitcoin on Matic right there, it's almost a 6% gain on what? 40, what the hell's Bitcoin at right now? Like, I didn't even know. I was just looking at it. It's at 48. So you're talking about 6% on 48K. Do the math. In how much time? An hour? Ding, 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 ding. So I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting to see what Matic wants to do coming into this new day. I'm going to be paying attention to this weekly range. I want to see how it interacts down here. You see some 15-minute candles coming into this new day, close below here. Get prepared. Get prepared for $1.80. Right? Get prepared for $1.80. You guys know what happened the last time it bounced off the monthly range, right? For crying out loud. See a percentage gain. And it went a little bit below, but that's perfect because coming into this day, where was the daily? Tight daily range. So what's it do? It drops below the 2SD right there into the weekly, looks like is that the S1? S2. The daily S2. There's the S1 right there. So it got down and bounced right on the daily S1 for just throughout the next couple days. Only a 50% gain. A what? Yeah, a 50% gain. You throw a Bitcoin on that long right there? Hello? You just made $25,000 in a day and a half, a day, literally. About 26 hours or something. That's more than most people make in a year in this screwed up economy. Wait until loaves of bread are $30 or something stupid. This administration's got us in such a pickle, it's ridiculous. Go Bitcoin, sound money. One more reason to put your money in Bitcoin. Crying out loud. Talking about that ED, it made me want my last chunk of. Brought to you by Trader Joe's chili spice pineapple. Oh boy. So let's take a peek here real quick. Um, so I'm hoping we get down here this weekend or tomorrow. Shit, you never know. But if we're coming into the new week and we're dicking around here, um, I'm going to be looking at some weekly support levels. Could drop below the monthly. Who knows? I'm looking at these areas for some quick scouts. It's not time yet, little wolf. Soon, nasty weather this morning. Didn't get to run the dogs too much. They're a little out of sorts. Let's throw this projection. I mean, shit, all day. all day. Just been down. Usually, let's see here, 91 bars. Yeah. So we're kind of riding the 95.4. What's going on? Kind of riding the 95.4. And we've got the 99.7 coming into the new day here shortly. We'll be down here by the monthly range. Let's move this up to this closer where we really had a nice pullback to start right here. And it's a rejection right off that 4 hours, 68.3, 41. Dun, dun, dun. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, tried right here to get outside that 99.7. Didn't. Right now, going into the end of the day, it's literally down here by the 3SD. 99.7 is. I mean, if we get a last hour of the day dump out, this would be a nice wick down to this 99.7, right to the bottom side of this weekly. That's what I do too. Should I get on my trading account, get that order out of there? Plus, like I'm busy here for a couple hours. I'm hoping this thing chills and sometime through the night or tomorrow before the weekend, we get a test down there this monthly at a $1.80. Right. You got all these Matic bulls, of course, they're freaking out, right? Because they're probably perma bulls. They're in a gang. They're in this Matic bull gang. It's like you guys gonna get wrecked. Trade this awesome volatility. What don't they know though? They don't know anything about this monthly volatility range or the weekly or standard deviation levels. They're trading fib lines and Christ sakes, I watched a little bit of Crypto Zombies freaking video with all his crazy ass spider lines and long-term trend lines and oh my god. Somebody go help these people. Quit drawing lines on your chart. Use deviation levels. Use price action volatility ranges. Use normal and Laplace distribution projections. Those are the only lines that make any difference. All that other stuff's ridiculous. Do you get bounces at some of these places sometimes? Sure, you do. Show me where price action bounces. I'll show you a deviation level. I don't understand why they don't want to make it easy on themselves. Oh, I don't understand why this support line broke. Well, here's what it is. Well, I put my stop loss below the support line using the ATR, and we got a wick down below it, and it stopped me out. And now price action's back up to the upside. I can't understand what the hell happened. Well, Mr. Dumbass, Mr. YouTube Jimmy, is what happened is that the first standard deviation level was about $500 below your magical little support line, and Bitcoin or Matic or whatever wicked down below your little magic support line to the first or second standard deviation level and bounced from there. If they would just put in some time and learn about the distribution, and I can show you chart after chart, day after day. I don't care if it's trading beanie babies in the backyard with Bubba, or trading fucking gold, or trading Bitcoin, or trading SPY or Tesla or whatever. They're all hitting these levels. That's what they don't understand. And they just want to deny it because they love the traditional technical analysis, right? Because that is nationwide. Yeah, it's nationwide. All right, it's global. That is the industry-wide scam, right? It's being pushed on the retail traders, traditional TA. You think hedge firms are using traditional TA? No. I guarantee you they're not, right? Guarantee it. You think these quants are using fucking no. They're quantitative traders. They're not using traditional technical analysis. They're using volatility, probability, and statistics to trade. Guarantee it. But at the same time, traditional TA in mass is being pushed onto retail traders. And there's not many that are profitable. If they are profitable, it's because they're taking their profit. Whenever they do get a chance where they are right, they literally take their profit and they take it fast. They don't give the asset a chance to take it back away from them. They understand, right? You could use a dartboard to trade and be profitable if you just take your profit and limit your loss and you're not emotionally attached to your trade, you know? Meanwhile, we get like 15, 20, 30 views on our YouTube channel, right? And these other jokers get like 10,000. Go figure. We just laugh about it though. We just laugh about it because that's the cult is strong. The cult is strong. I don't care how anybody trades. That's the kicker. I don't care. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I'm just saying there's a better way. If you want to trade that way, especially if you want to trade that way and you don't take your profit, guess who's on the other side of your trade? Those quants, the hedge funds, right? These high frequency trading firms. They're the ones on the other side with someone like me and the other people in our Discord. Those are the people on the other side of your trades taking your money. So if you want to trade that way, do yourself a favor. Use those 3 freaking rules. Don't be emotionally attached to your trade. Take your profit and limit your losses. Do yourself a favor before you lose everything. You end up divorced, living in a van down by the river. All right, we're about to wrap this baby up. So yeah, I'm looking for a $1.80 Matic. This thing's definitely looking. Let's pull over here real quick. I'll show you that. What the hell? DeFi. I went to BNB. CZ. Money safe who? Not the weekly. Let's go to a daily Matic and it's pulling back. On what? Bear div. Turning down below the zero mean. Right? Turning down below the zero mean. You got bear div on the daily. When did it really kick in? When did that daily bear div really kick in? Whoa, right here. Right? We get this high right here. Here's the next high on the returns oscillator, which is a lower high, and it rejected perfectly off the zero mean. We get this big dump. But what has it done now? Matic's printing some hidden bull div, lower low on price action. Or sorry, not hidden bull div. So that bear div played right into some bull div. Higher highs on price action there, lower lows on price action here, right? So the bear div was the lower high on the oscillator. The bull div is the higher low on the oscillator. But what happens here, right? Yet to be seen. These fissures are pretty low on the 4-hour. Not as low as they can go, though. And this bear div on the daily is just playing out. This is why I'm looking for that $1.80. I'm looking for that $1.80 level. 100%. Looking for it, looking for it. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a candle close on Bitcoin daily or weekly around 45K. I'm looking for Matic to close down there around $1.80. So keep that in mind. Watch the charts, watch the volatility, watch the divergence between price action and returns. If you have our wonderful VRE indicator, watch that baby. Watch how it's watch how these distribution levels on the 4-hour and daily are being respected. Or in MJ's case, the 12-hour. He's infatuated with the 12-hour. All right. So if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time or Alpha Trading, we trade volatility, probability, and statistics, and we love to teach people the same. The link to the Discord is in the description of all of our videos. Come into the waiting room, read the welcome message, right? And it'll tell you exactly what to do. Open up a support ticket, tell us what's on your mind. And I want to thank everybody watching live in the Discord. We will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. See you tomorrow.